Morning, everyone. Today we are going to see about educational services. So, this educational services is all about how the customer is strengthening the foundation. See, if the customer wants to flourish in labor market, initially they have to strengthen their skills and knowledge. Okay, and also they must get a practical knowledge in such a way that they can inculcate it in their heart and in their mind. Okay, so when I say inculcate it in their heart and their mind, which means the foundation should be strong enough so that in future with that foundation they can implement various tasks, various concepts, and various innovative things. Okay, so what is education is all about is it is a process of giving or receiving a systematic instruction in such a way that they can get it, strengthen it by their practical knowledge, okay, and then implement in their day-to-day life. Next comes to the introduction of this education. See, as I said, that after strengthening the skills and knowledge, after that, you know, they will implement this education starting from the school ages. Okay, as I said, it is an elementary education. So when I say elementary education, directly they will not go for a concept. Okay, instead they will start with the basic alphabets, okay, or basic things in such a way that the people can keep it in their mind or remember it. Okay, is there anyone who has not muted? Okay, so as I said that initially they will ask the people to remember it, remember the alphabets, basic things which has which has no meaning, but they have to inculcate in their heart or in their brain. Okay, so that will comes under elementary education. Later on, once it comes to a secondary education, this letters will become a word and then sentence, then it start getting lots of meaning for that. So each and every things they have to teach them in such a way that the concept will be start framing it. Okay, so the basic concept will start develop in their mind. After that, they will give an vocational education. Like vocational education is like some of the concept which is really mandatory for each and every people in their life. So whoever are interested, they can read that. Okay, and in higher education, they will partition that education system into two parts. Those who wants to take one particular course or other particular course. That okay. So based on that, adult education will come. So adult education is the education where they are going to go for one of the main specialization. Okay. So this is how the overall concept of an education system, where they will understand the uh, part of an education where it will be useful for the marketer to do marketing strategy. These are, as we know, that these are the marketing mix of marketing elements. Okay, that is uh, um, price, promotion, physical, people, product, process, all these things. Okay, so each and everything we are going to see in detail about it. Okay, the first thing is product. So, product is like it is not about the physical things, but what and all the benefits the customer is going to get it from this product. That is what kind of range is there from that particular services, what are the quality level, brand name, post transactional services. So these we are going to see in detail. Okay. So when I say service product, as I've already told you, service product is all about the benefit the customer is going to get it from the large population. What is that large population? From the students. Okay, so what is the initial part of this is they are going to make it as a package. Package means, see, if it is a medical college, so what and all will come under this medical college: MBBS, BDS, BAMS, BHMS. So it is like integration of that. Same way in technical college, like engineering college, we have lots of departments are there, like IT, CSE, E&I, Triple E, PCE, kind of thing. So they have a full of different departments are there. So here, what kind of benefits they are going to get in such a way that it will be implemented in labor market. See here, this has been further classified into two parts. One is general training which they are going to provide it using the technology like computer training program in such a way that they can know, or as I said, they can strengthen their foundation so that wherever they go, they can implement it. Okay, this concept. Another one is software training package for bank employees, which means a particular course or specific courses. Okay, that is that courses which can be helpful for them during their education sector, sorry, for their labor markets, or like for a particular professionals. For example, if a concerned person is studying a mechanical department, then it will be useful for them when he is working in a oil and gas field, because all this basic concept he has already studied during his mechanics, that is mechanical engineer. Then this, how to develop this education product is like, first is, as I said, service concept. First they have to understand before implementing this courses in education service is like the overall concept. So what is the final part is they have to get placed in an oil and gas field, and at present oil and gas field are using these techniques, so like microprocessing, control system kind of thing. So these are the basic part the people have to understand, or the student have to understand. So for their mind level they have to read this courses, so they will choose the syllabus accordingly. So that is what we call it as a developing the service concept. Okay, and developing a basic service packages. When I say basic service packages, which means each and every course is connected with practical lab. Okay, so when they are studying some courses, they will implement in a practical lab so that they can strengthen their knowledge. Then developing an augmented service offering, and finally, which means, see, this is like internship arrangement. So many people, I mean, many organizations, they are not arranging it. But if they are arranging it like an internship for them, then it will be like an augmented services and managing image and communication. So it is like alumni. So once they have finished it, okay, so when they are flourished in some company, so they, because of them they are managing an image with them, and because they are having a regular contact with them, they will be utilized for the upcoming generation or upcoming student. Next is pricing. So how they will use a pricing strategy, that we are going to see. First is parents' income. See, first of all, they will see that where the exact location, that is the place where this has been established. Okay. And nearby that, the parents' income. Suppose if it is a university, or it is, suppose this university is a reputed university, then they have a database that these people's parent income are affordable enough to join in this university. Okay, so fee structure will be totally based on parents' income. That is one of the strategy. I'm not saying it fully depends on that, but it is one of the strategy. And yeah, in some places like Rajasthan and Gujarat, women's candidate are like, they are motivate them for exemption of fees, because see, many people, women are not encouraged to study. So during that time, so these are some of the education sector where they will give free of fees for women candidate. And there are certain things like based on AICWA or AICA, or based on certain Anna University affiliated things, there are certain fee structure will be there. Okay, price, that is for free seat they will be giving a normal fee structure. Okay, so they have to follow that only. They should not increase that fee structure. And during a privatization institute, like medical engineering, computer science, management, they will allot a price based on the market. Okay, because they know the demand is high for them. Okay, and other one is, as I said, demand. It totally depends upon the demand. If the uh, computer science engineering course demand is high, then they will increase the price. If IT course fees is less, then they will allot price accordingly. So it differs from one pricing strategy. There is one course to another course, and the pricing strategy differentiate accordingly. Next, we have promotions and education services offer. See, before promoting their education system. So see, even this is also I mean, this is also plays a very important role. Education. Okay, so uh, even though their main aim is for maximizing the profit, but what they say is like their main aim is not to maximizing the profit, but to uh, do a social responsibility kind of thing. Okay, so how they are promoting the educational sector, we are going to see in detail about it. Before giving an explanation about this five part, I'm going to explain this, then I'm going to come back to the this five major points. Okay, first is for promoting. What we need is create clear simple message. See, the content of that particular message should be crisp range, that is it should be high range, and whatever the message they are giving it, it should have a deep meaning of that. The quality should be there. Okay, and unambiguous form, that is demonstrative form, which means the content should be less. Time should be very less. Okay, video should be there so that they can analyze it in detail. Quality should be there. How the content should be quality enough, so many people might have done some research, or they have achieved something. Okay, or they have got some that is awards from some prime minister or higher authority, that they will combine together and then they will make a quality message. Okay, so they will make their message in a higher level. Okay, and then they will make it in such a way that the people itself will make it as a picturization, or they can demonstrate themselves that okay, this message will be uh, clear, and not only that, it will be helpful for our children also to get admitted in this college. Next is emphasize service benefit. See, even though you have put lots of stuffs during messages, but what plays a major role is what kind of benefit my son or my daughter is going to get it from it. Okay. See, even though you can say that in our college we are implementing lots of microprocessor instruments, okay, or lathe instruments are there. It will be very useful for you guys. But what is the main point in that? The benefit, whatever you're getting from the uh, lab, which you have learned it from it. For example, if you have learned about microprocessor, okay, but at present the advanced level microprocessor is there. Okay, so the working principle of the old version and the new version has a totally different extents. Okay, so the institute has to be very careful when they are giving a technology, when they are implementing a technology. Okay, because it should totally related with the labor market value, like what and all the technology at present the market is utilizing it, whether it is connected with the education what they are preferring it. So this is what we call it as an emphasized service benefit. That is, you are magnifying the benefits given uh, to the customer. Okay, that is the student. Next is make realistic and attainable promises. See, many people will say that, okay, if you come to my education sector or to my college, we will promise that you will definitely going to get a placement. Okay, especially you will get like 3 to 4 lakhs per annum as a that is as a salary to you. So you can do lots of promises to them. Okay. But what after completing their courses? If the concerned person is completing the courses, but if they're not getting any placement, then it is like a false promises. Okay. So you have to mention it very transparently that these are the uh, companies are coming. Okay, and they are giving up packages of so and so, and the instruments or the technology which we are using it is connected uh, with the market what they're using the technology. So you should be very realistic, you should be tell very realistic things in such a way that they will trust on you. Okay, and as I said, attainable promises. When you promise that you're definitely going to get 5 lakhs after you completing this course, which means you have to show it. Okay. Next is build on word of mouth communication and referrals, which means you have to persuade the people or highly satisfied customers to make them to tell about your particular organization. Which means, see, you have to convince your highly satisfied customer. See, it's not like many people are not satisfied, not like that. For example, like if 100 people are studying over there, maybe like 10 to 20% people are not satisfied, but rest of the 80% people are might be satisfied. Okay, so in that case you can persuade them to tell about your educational sector. Even the alumni are invited for you, so that they can tell their experience to that particular organization or particular educational sector. Okay. Next is provide tangible cues, which means you, whenever the customer or the students have finished it, they must be provided with a certificate. That is the only cues, or that is the only way they can have a good impression on an education sector. That is, I have got this certificate from this education system. Now come back to the first one. So, as I have said, that advertising, how they will advertise the education sector. One is like through admission they will do it, but other way, see, you might have know about like the extracurriculum activity they have conducted it, symposiums or like culturals. So even asking the other college student to come here and participate it, which means they are doing a kind of advertisement, so that these people will have fun here, and also they will tell about this college to other people. Okay, so here advertising and also word of mouth plays an important role. Personal selling, it's like demonstrating it. Okay, it's like when people are coming to you during admission, you're telling each and everything, and the point which I have told you, create a message in such a way that they can understand it, even they can demonstrate themselves. So that is called as personal selling. They are you guys are telling during the admission time. Sales promotion is also it is like through referrals, okay, or selling it through advertisement or digital kind of thing. Publicity, again, when you're um, that is you're calling many celebrities to your college. Okay, that will increase the publicity of a particular educational sector. Then public relationship. See, when you have a good rapport building with the students, okay, or like many other parents, then they will tell the other people also to join in this particular educational sector. Now come to people. See, people is not only the people, that is the students, but also it means for the teaching staffs. Okay, so unless and otherwise the teaching staffs, administrative people are really satisfied, then only the customer will get satisfied. Here the customers are the students. Okay, because these people are the only person, like the teaching staffs and administrative staffs, they are well connected with the people or the student. Okay, and they know how to deliver the message or how to deliver the skills and knowledge to the people, so they will always have a good relationship with them. Okay, so it is the responsibility of a management to take care of the staff members and also the administrative person. It's like giving a personal training. It's like personal training. I have written it wrong. Personal and then training. It's like personal training. Then commitment, like whatever the salary they are giving, so based on that they will give commitment to them. Okay, and incentives, attitudes, so they have to behave properly with these staff members. Physical evidence. See, as we know that educational sector is a service, so it is an intangible, but physical evidence like environment, furnishing, layouts, noise level, facilitating, it plays a very important role. How? Because see, this environment consists not only about the gardens, buildings, okay, but also about the inside the college. We have lots of rooms are there. It should be noise free. Then then AC, air conditioner rooms should be there. And for uh, gaining a practical knowledge, you must be having a separate room or lab room should be there, so that whatever theoretically you have learned it, you can make use of it by using this lab. Okay, so all these things or layout should be in such a way that the customer or the students feel more comfortable, and they should feel very happy. They must have this feeling that yes, I have learned something. So the overall concept should be, as I said in the beginning, the foundation should be strengthened enough. It should inculcate in their mind. Next is process. See, process starts from policies, procedures, mechanism, customer involvements, and flow of activity. So all these things, what is a basic part is enrollment process. So unless and otherwise, if the students are not enrolling themselves, they will become just a candidate. But once they are enrolled it, then they will become a student. So once they become a student, all this process will be get started, starting from the policies. Policies is like rules and regulation, what the college is following it. Okay, and procedures. See, what and all the procedures are there. So in first year you have so and so procedure, second year this one, third one this one. Okay, and for each and every procedure there will be some mechanism. Mechanism is what? The involvement of the faculties. Okay, and how they have to guide it, how they are giving a tuition to them. So all these things comes under mechanism. Customer involvement, that is how they are involving the people to do it, because all these years, the faculty members are always getting involved or help the or assist the people or the student to make them to understand. At one particular level, they will involve the student to do it so that they can gain more knowledge and flow of activities. That is, once their mind is full of concept or if the concept is fully strengthened, then there are lots of activities on new innovation things the students will start doing it. Okay, and places. Places plays a very important role because the management has to, or the marketer has to find a place which is very opt for the student to prefer to, or to choose your college, which should, like, commutation should be good. Second is faster and knowledge distribution should be good enough or faster thing. Since if your college is in main area, then the internet access will be more. Okay, so lots of data and information can be get from them. Okay, and location should not be like very vast place, or it should not be like away from the network. Okay, and it should be accessibility. As I said, the internet accessibility should be more, or the things or the instruments, it should not be like at one place or other place. It should be within that place. For example, if you are learning something in one place, okay, if you want to do it in a practical way, that should be another building, then it won't be good. So the location, what they're choosing, and accessibility, it should be convenient enough. So see, even in our college also, you can find that everything is near to that. Okay, your course, your things, and also your practical lab is near to each other. It is not like in one building they have a classes, in other building you have some other things. Okay, and then distribution channels. What kind of content which you want to distribute to the people? What particular channels they are using it, which should be convenient to the customer. Another one is distribution coverage. It should cover to entire student. It should not leave not even one students also. So the content should be covered to each and every. Okay, so these are the major part of the educational services.